coming through the left-hander. We actually have a lot of traffic in front of us and we're gonna have to deal with that if we can set a quicker lap this video. Hello everyone, welcome back, and we are just coming out of the pit for our third heat of this day. My fiance just right in front of me and we're gonna try to set a quicker lap than her, but she is gonna be very quick, and the question of this video is gonna be who's gonna be quicker. Is she gonna be quicker at the end for the first time ever, or can I just maintain my crown and be quicker? Now the guy in front of me that spins, I did not touch him, so he definitely spun on his own. The cars coming out of the pit are on a limiter, and when you get to that straight they get to full power, and the guy just went on throttle too much and had a spin, but not my fault there. Now going through the double hairpin, we're actually gonna be 3 wide. My fiance on the inside, someone on the outside. I'm looking both ways, but we can just drift around my fiance and go on the straight. Not my best exit, but it's only the start of the heat. We're just looking for some clear air so we can set some quicker lap times, and we do actually get a little bit of speed going. And through the long left-hander, I'm just getting used to carrying more speed, not too much of a drift, just enough to get through that corner quickly. And then through this left right, you really need to flick it and then kind of make sure the back end steps out so you can drift around it, which is really quite difficult. And as we're through on this first lap, we do already have some people in front of me, and they are probably on their first heat and are gonna be quite a bit slower than I am, which does mean we have to be careful, just go around them like I'm trying here. But the mistake there means we're not quite through. They do leave enough room though for me to go down the inside, drifted around that corner, almost spin out, but just managed to save it. But again, not that great of an exit, and I do have a promise for you guys that I'm gonna beat that 50-second lap time. We're gonna go below 50 seconds this video, and the first lap that we do actually improves our best lap time with 4/10, so we're already getting better. And the debrief I had with my fiance between heats, so the talking we did between heat 2 and 3 this heat, actually helped a lot. We talked what we did through the corners and how we took them, and it definitely helped me improve. I also have the music on, which is making me a little bit calm, but someone on the inside spins there on the left hairpin, so we're side by side now, and we do try to stick it around the outside, but we have to go into a drift, but we again can stick it around the inside through the hairpin. Someone spun out there on the outside though, so definitely a lot of people that probably are here on their first heat, because it's definitely different people than from the first video, which is a lot of fun. And of course I have promised to go below the 50 seconds, and we don't quite improve there, 2 seconds slower, but my fiance is gonna be very close, and gonna only tell you at the end who's gonna be quicker, because that is gonna be very interesting and very close. Now this video, like the Berghem video, is a little bit out of order because I didn't want to show an ice karting video that was in July or something, and between this video and the previous time you saw my fiance on the channel, we actually have been karting a few times, but it's always been a track that I have been to before. But this is the first time we're both on a track we haven't been to before, so we're gonna see if she can improve and go past me. Now she actually does overtake me here through the right-hander, because I have spun out, but she spins out herself on the exit there, so that means we're gonna go past her. Now she's kind of in the way, and I am gonna try to push her, because she doesn't realize that you have to keep the button pressed to go backwards. She's gonna figure it out eventually. Takes a little bit, and it does happen. She thought you just had to click it once and then click it again to go forwards. I understand, but it's not how it works. You have to keep it pressed. And now we're gonna try to set a quicker lap. Of course this is not gonna be a quick lap because we have been stuck for a little bit, but through the long left-hander we take a lot of speed. Now I'm hoping that the guy in front there isn't gonna be in the way. He spins out, we go to the left and we go around him, so that didn't cost us any time, and we're trying to take as much speed as we can, flicking out the back and a good left right there. Now this is not gonna be the quickest lap of this video, we're not even gonna improve, but this feels very good for the first part of the lap. Now let's see if through the double hairpin we can maintain it. Good speed going into the hairpin, but not enough drifting there. It does seem decent, but now someone through the right-hander is in front of me, and he's gonna hold us up a little bit because he spins and we have to go around the long way. Now I could probably, with the room there was, gone down the inside and it wouldn't have been that bad, but I also accidentally pressed the reverse button. That cuts my power a bit, and now we're back on the straight and someone right in front of me, so decent lap here, 54.3. Now trying to go on the inside through the long left-hander of that guy in kart number 6. He goes wide and we're side by side coming into the left, right. He's just in front. We give him enough room, but he goes in very hot and he runs wide on the exit there. He actually almost hits the wall and we go there and we pass him. So a good move there, just making sure that if you take it a little bit less quickly or don't steam in there too hot, you don't run wide. But it's a very careful balancing act between carrying enough speed through the corners to get good lap time without running wide or having a spin. And we have taken this section very well, both the hairpins there, but now going onto the straight there, someone has spun and I thought they would wait, but they don't. They go and spin the kart in front, so we slam into the side. We kinda apologize there, put the hand up, but he should have waited a little bit, seen that we were coming, but that's okay. They are probably not that experienced. And now we're gonna try set a quicker lap again, overtake someone through the long left hander. I'm really carrying more speed through there, and we can carry even more speed through there, which we're gonna find out in the second half and the final heat of this video. But for now, just trying my best and going through the left hander. We can see someone that appears on the inside there, probably had a spin or something, so we have to go around the outside, which is not the quickest. And then the guy in front spins his kart. We can't avoid him. We try to brake, but on the ice we just hit them. Kart 27 there also hits me, but going through the right hairpin we do manage to get past, but someone else right in front of me that has spun. So a lot of people that are spinning, and probably their first time on this track, because you quite quickly learn how to spin less, although it is quite difficult. If you just have a little bit too much brake or throttle, then you just spin around real quick. So we're just gonna try to set a good lap this time. The last lap of 52.7 is decent, but we can still improve, and we only seem to have one kart in front of us, so this might be a good opportunity to set a quick lap. Now that guy in front is going to actually be a problem here through the slow section. Looking on the left, we also see someone doing a pirouette there, and now through the left hairpin he actually is going to be in the way, and we're not able to get through that quickly, and we have to slow down massively. And through the right hairpin again we have to take avoiding action, go wide because someone there stuck kind of next to the apex, meaning that this is also not going to be a lap where we're going to be improving our best lap time, but we're going to keep trying. And this lap actually does come quite close to being very quick. It's a 52.1 second lap time, so this time we're again trying to improve and trying to get quicker and quicker. We do have a good drift there, and it doesn't seem like there's too much traffic in front of us, but we hit the inside there of the left right, and that slows us down a lot, and you need to keep a lot of speed up through that because this is quite a long section. And now we're going into the slow section again, where I can see a lot of people just in front of me, and going through the left hairpin the guy in front spins and we kind of squeeze through. It just fits, but again not a clean lap. And going through the right hairpin again, someone very slow, and we also have a half spin there. We're stuck on the apex. We're gonna have to wait for the slow people to get past, then we can reverse the kart and go. But now again two people approaching me, but we do manage to get away before they come close, and one of them was my fiance. I think she spun there, but that can happen like I just did, but that means not a quick lap. And again a little bit of traffic in front. It's not been kind, this traffic, and we haven't really had a clean lap, but that also is because of the fault I just made by spinning there. So now through the left hander we're right behind kart 24, trying to look down the inside, but there's not gonna be any room, so we're gonna have to stick behind. This kart is quite a bit slower, and through the left right there we do make a mistake hitting the apex, but we do have enough exit speed to try and go around the outside. We try to switch to the inside there, doesn't quite work out. Someone is facing the wrong way. We go past, and now we're approaching the left-hander hairpin, and the guy in kart 24 spins out. We do also take a lot of speed out of the kart, so we go through the corner very slowly, but it does seem like we're past, and in front of us we can see one more kart who is gonna be in front of us on the straight. He is taking some interesting lines and a lot of drifts there, so let's try to get around that. that card quickly. I believe it's card number 6 again with only one rear light working. Now we're taking a lot of speed through the long left-hander. Good speed, a little bit of a drift. He's on the outside. We do manage to get past, and that's how you overtake on the ice. Good overtake, but through the left-right here we make a mistake, flick it into early, and then we have to steer through the corner, which is not as quick as just having a drift through there, but trying to get more speed now into the slow section. We do okay, it's not that great, and then through the left-hander hairpin, someone on the outside that spins, but they're not in the way, so we're just gonna ignore them and drive on, trying to set a quicker lap time than last lap. A 55.3, not that quick, but that right-hander hairpin again taking it quite slowly. Still haven't quite figured out how to take more speed and going onto the straight there. Someone spun there facing the wrong way, but we can actually go on the right, but we get slowed down there. It's gonna be the in lap. They've done it really early, so it's gonna be a long lap to the pit, so we're gonna skip forward. My fiance has done a 51.7 this heat, so we're 5/10ths quicker. Let's see if we can maintain that gap for the next heat. She's now right in front of me, card number 20. We're going out for our 4th and final heat, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. There's still a lot of improvement from the both of us to come. Let's see if we can go below those 50-second lap times. Still 1.2 seconds to get off the time if we even want to achieve that. For now we're still on the limiter, trying to find a good gap to get past when we get released off the limiter. Accidentally hit my fiance in the back there. I apologized for that. I did it also in a previous heat. I just apologized. But now we're on full throttle, trying to see if we can make a gap for us, go around the outside maybe here of my fiance, but in front there's a lot of people standing still and have spun, so we're trying to find a gap, but it's real difficult to find. But we do manage to find it kind of in the middle, but then through the right hander here there's still going to be a lot of people in front. One of them kind of spins out, very slow spin there, and now only my fiance and someone else in front of me. Now going onto the straight, actually looking at what my fiance is doing, because she has a great exit, goes on the inside of that card, and now she's passed. Now it's our turn to try to catch and pass card number 12, but there's not quite enough room, so we're gonna have to wait after the left right, because there's just not enough room to get side by side through the left right. And on the exit we're making sure to get a better drive out there, and now we're gonna be looking down the inside of the left hander, and we actually do make that move work. And now into the slow section. Now beside my fiance there should only be one more card that's slow, and then some room to set a quick lap. They have spun on the outside there. We're side by side, a little bit of contact, trying to get by on the right hander hairpin, but again not quite enough room. A little bit of a bump again, and then they have a great drive out there, so now there's a little bit of room, and we're gonna try to overtake. This left hander coming up has been real good for me. We take a lot of speed through their cart in front, brakes, and we actually have a good overtake. Doesn't cost me any speed. Let's see if this can be a quick lap time. Now I don't know in the card what my fiance is doing, but her first flying lap this heat has actually been a 49.0, so we're gonna have to improve by more than 2 seconds if we even want to get close. Now we are gonna get close, but how close, you're gonna have to watch the rest of the video for that. And maybe she even still has some improvement to come, as she is going around the outside of someone through the right hander hairpin. That guy spins, so we have to take avoiding action, and she is just still in front of me, so we can copy her lines if we're quick, but she gets away very quickly and we kind of lose contact there. But if we do improve this lap time, then we know we can go quicker, because someone we had to go around, and we actually improved to a 50.4, so almost to that 50-second lap time. But maybe we still have more in the tank, although through the left right we almost have some traffic. We just managed to go around the outside, and we're still kind of in the slipstream, although it's not really a slipstream, but more in the tracks of my fiance, trying to copy her lines into the slow section. Now let's see if we can manage to catch up to her. Through the left hand hairpin we do actually take quite a different line, and we can take more speed. Someone there spun out on the outside of the corner, but not in my way. And through the right hand hairpin we do manage to take a little bit more speed, although my fiance has a great drive there out of the corner and takes a lot more speed there onto the straight. And now we can get the power down, and we're actually gonna set our quickest lap of the video here. It's gonna be a 48.9, so we're a 10th quicker than my fiance right now. As she spins out there we give her a little wave, and now we're in front of her. Can she manage to go quicker than me, or is it gonna be me who's gonna be quicker? Because this is my quick quickest lap because of traffic. We're unfortunately not going to improve. Let's see what happens with my fiance though at the end. We don't have her POV, but we do know her times. And we have about 6 laps to go after this 5 laps, and we do see some people in front of us. We do take this hairpin quite well, but through the right hand hairpin, someone spinning in front. We have to take avoiding action, slow down too much, and that means we can't quite keep the flow going, and we're not gonna improve on that previous best. Like I already said, it is my best lap time and it's a good lap, just unfortunate we can't improve, and it's going to be a 50.2 lap time, so only 1.3 seconds slower, but a little bit of a slowdown through the slow section because of traffic has cost us quite a bit of time. And drifting through the left right, we actually hit the inside of the first corner, so a bit of a weird mistake. And on the exit we see someone facing the wrong way, quite a lot of people in front of me actually, so we're gonna have some traffic this lap, and 2 people there spinning on the apex of the left hander and trying to reverse away, but then the guy on my outside actually spins someone around. I tried to get past, but my fiance there gets beautifully past there. A really good way for her to just keep up speed through this lap. How is she going to do it as we try to go down the inside there on the right hander, but again someone in front of us spinning, so everyone just kind of facing the wrong way there, and that cost me massively and a lot of time. But what has my fiance done? As she crosses the line, unfortunately we'll never know her time, because this is my YouTube channel and I lost her time and it's never gonna be known how quick she was. Okay, fine, I'll tell you. She's gonna be quicker than me, even though she had a little bit of traffic on that lap. She managed to scythe through there and got to a 48.7, and that means for the first time ever, my fiance is going to be quicker than me, which we did not expect at the start of this heat, but she's done extraordinarily well to maintain that gap or even overtake me, because the previous 3 heats I was quicker than her, but the last heat she's quicker. Now I'm spinning out there. My fiance gives me a push in the right direction. That's really sweet of her, and now we continue, but the last couple of laps have not been good for me, and now we're gonna have kind of a battle with her because we are close. But again I spin out, and again she gives me a push. My throttle seems a bit stuck. I try to reverse it and it takes a little bit to get that throttle going, but now we're on our way and we're gonna try to keep my fiance behind as we enter the straight. 3 more laps to go after this one. Someone in front of us, they spun out. We try to go down the inside there and we do take more speed. This corner I kind of figured out, but looking in front, someone again there, so quite a few people in front of me, and my fiance just right behind me, and we do a good flick through the left right, but not that great, and almost hit the wall on the outside. Definitely could have taken that quicker, and that would maybe have resulted in a better lap time, but we're just doing everything we can. And now entering the slow section again, where I spun out 2 times last lap, but we do actually manage to take the left hander better and not spin out. Now we have someone on our inside for the right hander. We're trying to drift around the outside and going into the corner. They actually hit the inside there, but we managed to stick it around the outside and have a better exit there, so that's good overtake there for us. And looking behind me going onto the straight, as we hit the inside there, we look and we do see my fiance there, so she is still sticking behind. Lap time a 52.8, so not that great, but we're just trying everything we can. And of course we're not going to improve, because I have already told you that. Still trying to take good speed through the left right and actually do a great flick there through that, so I took more speed through there than I have done before, but hopefully no mistakes through this slow section coming up. And going through the left hander here, that's quite good, but this left hand hairpin, we don't really flick it in, we just steer it and have massive amounts of oversteer. We do manage to go through the corner quite decently, but then the right hander, I shouldn't have said that. I didn't want to make any mistakes because I actually spin the cart. My fiance does manage to go around and someone else goes around the outside of me as we try to reverse from the corner. Someone else next to me also has spun, but that happens and we try to get away in front. We can't quite manage, and the guys in front just side by side going onto the straight. As I see someone spinning on the straight itself, we can see him now facing the right way. The guys try to avoid him, but there's a little bit of contact. Really difficult sometimes to avoid someone. We dive down the inside of the long left hander as we see the people for the next heat already standing. Someone spinning around in front of us got taken out. Don't know what happened there, probably just a mistake there, but going through the left right again, taking it decently. Number 12 card in front of us. We're gonna try to overtake in the slow section as we approach the left hander. Now we're taking more speed through the corner, and we're looking down the inside already, going side by side even before the corner, and going down the inside. Someone spun on the outside, and then I'm gonna try overtake the next kart on the outside. There's a little bit of contact on the beginning of the corner, then I'll say halfway through, but we do manage to go around the outside, have a better exit onto the straight as we're gonna be entering our final lap of this day. So my final thoughts on ice karting: really difficult, really fun, and if I could, I would definitely go back quite soon, but I don't know if I'll be able to. Now it's really interesting how it works with the drifting, and of course my thoughts on this day very interesting because we had two kind of completely different set of circumstances. The first two heats we had a maniac on track that I never want to be on track with ever again, but if it happens it happens, but he was too aggressive. It was a really weird experience for me because I have never experienced someone like that before, but having also the second two heats made up for everything. Really fun and real good, trying to improve my times and trying to have a lot of fun. Having some music on in the kart also helped with that. So definitely if you are looking to go ice karting, I'd highly recommend it, as we have this final lap, having a spin ourselves, someone spun on the outside, so there's lots of stuff still happening, and that is also what kind of happens during ice karting. You have a lot of people with differing skill levels, not always unlike normal karting depending on where you go, if you go a member event. But yeah, really fun, have really enjoyed this day. So thanks you guys for watching as we go around the outside of someone who spun around, a little bit of contact but just enough room on the in lap here. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment what you thought of the video and how you thought I did and how it could improve my ice karting. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.